First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. Second, I want to give double honors to the elders, the apostles of GMS that voted well. And third, peace, blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect. And this, we're going to land back off Elder Manata Zakba from South Carolina, beloved elder. And just laying back off his video, response to working man or a perk head drug dealer. And growing up, it was always something, you was always curious or you wondered about. You always wondered how, damn, why is she with him, or how the hell he get her, and dang, he getting all the baddies and getting all the shorties. There's certain things you just wondered about, and damn well, that lifestyle is not always constantly lead either to death or prison, or a lot of guys ending up on their own products. And it's crazy because growing up, not even knowing, about a lot of these, drugs and actually being around them, I never really knew that Jake was doing those things. I would just really thought, Jake was just drinking and, smoking cigarettes or smoking weed, not knowing, it was pills, crack, cocaine, all bunch of different drugs involved. And I remember even living in North Carolina, Jake used to mix the Viagra with, with those drugs as well. I remember staying and living in Baltimore. That's when I really saw, heroin and, the crack cocaine, etc., pills. The lean, too. Yeah, I forgot about that. And it's funny as hell, sometimes you just meditate, sometimes you think back, and, how close you was. You never really knew anything about it. But again, you just wonder, such and such, why do these women do such and such? But then you look on TV, there was the drug life was always incorporated in so-called Black and Latino culture. Because even amongst so-called Latinos, Puerto Ricans, they came in with the, first it had salsa. And yes, it was a lot of drugs involved, the 80s, the 70s. And then reggaeton came in. When it was salsa, it was, the cocaine use, and it was like, your people was on this and people was on that. And it wasn't, a pleasant thing. But when reggaeton and the gangster rap came in, then there came the glorification. That's when it came to promoting the drug use, making it seem cool. Making it seem cool, your auntie, your mother, your father, your fellow person in the neighborhood was on drugs. And, out here in Richmond, drugs really hit Richmond hard. Jersey, hey, just the East Coast, period. Florida, these drugs hit these places hard. And what you see today of these Jake today are the effects and the outcome of what Esau brought to this country and promoted throughout Babylon, and then put the icing on the cake. Gave you gangster movies, drug movies. Again, the top movies amongst our people are the drug users, the drug pushing. It's let me want to do that. Let's go to Daddy Yankee. Daddy Yankee. I think it's Pelacula. Right here, this movie basically is hood talent, talento de barrio, and and again in these these movies it promotes drug use and pushing of drugs, and even a lot of these reggaeton artists, a lot of them fell short to drugs. You know, I remember this guy Yomo. Not Yomo, thought I'm bugging. Let me see if he'll come up. Yeah, this guy right here, interview of Yomo. And this guy, he fell to drugs. You know, when you go back into, reggaeton, that's when the cockiness, the attitude, the, what you gonna call it, the high sedittiness, the bad boy image, the thug image, and the drug pushing. That's when it all started. Esau gave light to it. They made it seem cool. They made drug use seem cool, partying, bullshit. They always showed, even going back to the black exploitation, they always showed, the black man had to fight the struggle, and all that he had to do, all he had was to sell drugs. And then, that's when he became the man. The woman was all over him. They had the fancy cars. He had the best suits, the best clothing. He was sharp. He was talented. He was mean, lean. That's the image that they promoted. And that's why when you see Jake now, all they want to do is be the next drug dealer, that nigga. So again, let me see. 1 Peter 5:6. So it says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that he may exalt you in due time. And this truth, man, you learn, humility. You understand the snares and the traps that Esau has put out and laid out in front of us to catch us in our steps. Black culture was created, Latino culture was created, and Hispanic culture was created. And all those those images and those movies and those the music that he put in front of us was snares and traps, and he puts it out there so you can imitate it. Again, our family and our neighborhoods are fucked up, and we are deprived and we are oppressed. So Esau make it seem like the 9 to 5 guy's a lame, he's a bum, he's struggling, he's poor, but if you put your hand on that stuff, the drugs, then you become that guy. You become that nigga. You get power. You be a boss over your own people, a terrorist to your own people. You can sell that stuff to your own people, mess up your own neighborhoods, and then you are that nigga. But then they don't tell you what happens at the end. Well, sometimes they do, but again, Jake is wicked, Jake is stubborn, but Jake wants it now. So Jake forget about, they don't care about, getting it later or, being saved or, waiting, having faith, patient. Jake want it now. So it says, casting all your care upon him, for he care for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And a lot of Jake's mothers and fathers were on drugs. So what do you expect? A lot of times, what do you expect? A lot of daughters and sons, coming from no households, they take in a lot of trauma. But those are the curses. And one thing, the only way you're going to heal from that is if the Lord gives you the light through this truth, through this word. And he cleanses your mind. Because it is a very hurtful thing. You'll see a family member on drugs. I had a lot of family members on drugs myself. It's a very hurtful thing. It really can plague your mind. So Esau knows what he was doing, man. Romans 13:13, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. But put ye on the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. And again, you have to guard yourself. You had to have discipline in these last days, because this place is fucking wicked. Bros is talking. It's a lot of crazy shit going on. And again, you have to, even with alcohol, and it's allowable. You can drink alcohol, but Esau's fucking up this alcohol. I remember growing up, Jake used to smoke the weed and used to drink all fucking day. But then, it went, then, you always had Jake that'd be like, oh, no, bro, I ain't stressed out. Nah, yo, I'm not stressed out. You be getting litty, nigga. But then when you really start looking at him, oh, nigga, you trying to escape reality. Oh, you trying to escape pain. There's something else going on. And, they don't see, it's not no schooling or help or a therapy that you can get from, that's out there for our people. Meaning, so let me slow that, let me run that back. It's not to our people, and due to the curses and the catastrophes that have plagued our people, to our people, the only result and the only hope for them is just giving up. Meaning, just get drunk every day, get high every day, try to escape reality, so they don't have to face it, blocking it out. Same thing, they said Jake was real good in a slave plantation. They were real good at blocking out pain and agony. And one thing, Esau has allowed in this society was drugs to overflow the streets and drugs to come into our in the country that we are here in America, Babylon. And Jake have, took hold of them. Because, one time, the drugs you see Jake doing now, man, at one point, it was only like a Edomite drug thing. You only heard Edomites doing half of this shit that Jake is doing. I mean, Jake is doing shrooms, ecstasy, perks, oxycontin, what is that, fentanyl. It shocked the fuck out of me when I moved to North Carolina and I saw the pill use down there. And I was a teenager. And the excessive drinking and smoking weed always 9 times out of 10 leads you into something bigger and something worse, because your body starts to get numb to it, and you want the pain, or basically your body gets numb to the drug, and then it involves your body to need more or need another stronger drug. So the road just gets darker and darker. Titus 2:1, but speak the other things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, let me see. That's what I wanted. No. Well, I'm here. Titus chapter 2:1, but speak the other things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith and charity and patience. These things wasn't. It's very rare you see a Jake man that has temperance and dignity and courage and discipline. Again, us being raised by this matriarchy here in America, which was a purposely ordained by Esau, the breaking up of our family, even going back to slavery. The majority of these Jake men, they're fucked up, and the result. And one thing I noticed growing up, and these are just I'm just speaking on the things that I've noticed growing up. Now, yes, I'm not saying that so-called Latinos don't smoke cigarettes or black and mouths or smoke weed. I'm not saying that by far, but it got to the point. I used to, it was like every so-called black man and woman like smoke weed or smoke blacks. And I even used to see Jake at a young age, 11 years old, 10 years old, 9 years old, 12, smoking cigarettes and smoking weed. So again, the lifestyle of being, being a child and being turned grown up into being a man wasn't taught. The aged woman likewise, and like you see the women, these women today, they're not being taught anything. These women are lazy as hell. They're useless. And like you said, as like the video said, these girls, they don't want the 9 to 5, because again, Esau played them. They don't, they, he's boring. He's not this, he's not that. But, you know, Esau always had, you just think about it, man. You gotta, why would your enemy teach you good things? Why would your enemy teach you anything to get any leverage over him? That's why you can't take a liking. That's why you can't be watching what you see on TV and take what you listen to serious, man. Can't be blindsided or take this shit to heart. When you listen to that rap music, that shit is a game. That shit is a joke. When you listen and watch TV, it's all to destroy you. That's why these women are like the way they are, because they all are into this world. Women are worldly. And of course they're going to be watching TV. Of course they're going to be out there. Of course they're going to be loving hip hop out rap music. And women are worldly. They haven't been taught or guided. So it says that's why they're out there saying they want a drug dealer. They want the drug boy. They want the guy on perks. They want the guy that's on ecstasy. That's why when you see the majority of these so-called black women, where you think they learn how to roll that blunt from? Who do you think? Why do you think they smoke cigarettes? Why do you think they smoke black and mouths? I mean, goddamn it! When I go around, when I ride around, it's like every fucking nigga woman I see, she smokes cigarettes, and it's to the point now. When you see them, that one that doesn't, it's like, oh shit, you know. And when you see a lot of these Jakes, it's very rare. These Jake men is very rare. You see them up, how you say, upstanding, upright. But that's just the times that we're in. And this is what the Lord, warned us about. The times that He warned us that, the times that we're in is going to be evil. So it says, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine. See that? Philosophies, ideas. And a lot of these bitches, they fucking drink too. Teachers of good things that they might. And where do you, and again, then you gotta ask yourself, where are these people mothers, man? Where are their fathers? And when you look at their mothers, you just, hey man, the mom is fucked up. So it says that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh shall be not blasphemed. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, and doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. Supposed to be upright, supposed to be staying away from drugs. But again, you know, drugs have taken hold and plagued our nation. So First Peter 4:1, for as much then as Yahushua has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased for sin. So again, we're not out here supposed to be intermingled in this world and just doing as thou will, doing what you want. You know, that's how you will get fucked up, get judged, and get caught out there. You gotta be careful with women too, because the women will turn you the fuck out. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of Yahweh Yahushua. And what's the thing with Jake? They want to get high. They want to get high. They want to party. They want to escape reality. Misery loves misery. Misery loves company. So you have to be careful with Jake. So it says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. So, yeah, again, you know, some of us may have done certain things. You know, some of us may have been out there. You know, some certain bros have seen it. You know, been around. You know, a lot of people who was on that shit and did a lot of things. And again, you know, we know some certain bros know the downfall, the down effects of it. You know, and some certain bros have seen a lot of other jakes their downfall. So it says, you know, because it's sad, man. Esau just pumps and dumps that. Like, come on, man. Look, what's his name? Big Meech, whatever his fucking name is. You know, here it is. He done. You know, they make a movie of him, and his ass is still locked up, man. That's the devil for you, man. And then now his son, shouldn't even took the fucking role, man. Like, come on, this is how you honor your father. If anything, you supposed to be rioting and get him out of jail or something, man. Not fucking. Oh yeah, he's a drug dealer. And now and look at you now. You know, in Hollywood is weird. And now he got caught with a gun in Cali. Like I said, man, who knows what's going on? If that was a setup or whatever. You know, Hollywood is played out, man. But the point is, you know, here it is. Snowfall was supposed to be off of the real Rick Ross, and again, it just how did they lock all these jakes up for selling it and you know distributing it out? And you know, here it is. Esau, they all said Esau distributed it to them, but you know, then they bust him, and then years later, they make fucking movies about him. It's mind blowing. And then you know, here it is. You listen to rap music and reggaeton, and you hear these niggas talking this big bag, big fucking big daddy shit. Yeah, he did this. I sold this. I do this. I murder. I kill. I steal. I do this. And then you be like, hold on, man. If you do all this, why ain't you locked up? And then you know, you go back and think and sit and be like, oh damn, man. I know such and such, man. They get that nigga 20 years. They give him 25, man. That you know people who actually murdered people, and then you be like, yo, they get that nigga life in prison. That nigga never, certain things that happened when you was a kid, and you be like, dang, your old boy still locked up. But then you listen to, this music, and you look at these movies, and it's like, hold on, man. Hold on, he's always pushing this shit on the airwave, but, and these niggas talking all this big bad. He the machine tank. He could take out anything, but nigga, you still walking free. This shit doesn't, it just doesn't fucking make sense, man. It doesn't make fucking sense, man. When you really see how Esau, you see the dark side of that shit, the drugs and the drug use, man. Man, Esau's a fucking devil, man. So it says, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excessive riot, speaking evil of you, man. Because again, man, if you're not, that's why you can't be with 2/3, man. Because if you're not down with that shit that they're on, man, someone gonna always say something about you, man. Nigga, I don't. Come on, bro. What you mean you da da da? And come on, man. Everybody else doing. Come on, man. She doing it. Da da da. And I'm just tell you like this, man. That's why. Be careful of bad bitches and big. And I'm gonna say this too. Be careful with women with big butts, man. And they wasn't lying about that song. Don't trust a big butt and smile. Cause I've seen a lot of girls. I'm talking about the nice, juicy rear ends, backyards, man. Seen a lot of them on that shit, and on pills, and just turned the fuck out. Be very careful, man. This world is very through. And the word else Yahshua say through. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead. And another thing too, Northern Kingdom. I'm talking about the Latin tribes and the Hispanic tribes. Those women have long hair. A lot of the women are fucking gorgeous. And I've seen them showing the fuck out, man. Drug use. Party. Happy. Lauder. Cocaine use. I'm telling you, be careful. Because the woman would love share that cocaine with you too. Be careful. He said, who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to Yahweh Shem Rishah in the spirit. So again, we woke up to the fact that, we was in the wrong. We woke up and was like, oh shit, yo, we need Yahweh shot now. Now. Proverbs 21, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging. And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. Now, people have a problem with drinking. People get addicted to alcohol, and that's just as bad as heroin. If you ever sit down and talk to people that has alcohol addiction, it's as bad as heroin. You have withdrawals. You can't just cut cold turkey off of alcohol. And here it is, Esau has other mess off there. Percocets, pills, Oxycontin, fentanyl. Man, I done seen women. Man, I done seen dudes look like fucking football players. Look like they live underneath a bridge. Man, I done seen women with the best bodies go to plump, nice body. I'm talking about nice bodies, man. With backyards, and I mean an ass to, man, what the fuck just happened? Lost all of that, man. So, this, what Esau does, boy. It's just you really just see how dark Esau is, man. And that one, that drug use, man, that drugs, man, it just lets you know how demonic and evil Esau is. So it says, yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, and heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revellings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, As I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shah. You know? So this world is a going back to ancient Rome, orgies, sex, drugs, spiking of the wine, and just drug use, man. A lot of orgies and those them what is it, temple worship, them false idols. It all involved drug use. That's why you have to know who you're worshiping. That's why you have to come, well, tend your mind into these scriptures. What is it? I think I want to start up. Slacky. Nah, I got that already. That's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap it up. Lord's will, you was edified. Again, laying back, off the lovely elder from South Carolina, Elder Manata Zakba. I saw the video. I was like, yo, shit is, that's Jake, man. Jake is in. Jake is on drugs. From the East Coast down South, West Coast to the Midwest. And man, I done seen guys I know, them drugs took him right on out of here, man. You see him one time, they look alive, and next thing you see him is like, yo, what the fuck happened? Yo, the nigga's dead, yo. The nigga's, there's no coming back for him. And I done seen chicks that look good. They was in school. After, they, what they say? They I don't know what the fuck they did. They either graduated or whatever. Then you see years later, and a lot of them girls, I thought they was the shit. And a lot of them girls that had their head held up high. They thought they was the shit. They thought they could, they was fast. They was with the top guys of the school, and you see them again. They on them drugs, man. I done seen a lot of Richmond chicks, man. Man, oh man. But with that, hey, Shalom.